Okay, the time is May, the lake is Green Bay. Let's talk a little bit about crankbaits. May is again a transitioning month for Green Bay. A lot of the fish can be up shallow in 5 to 7 feet of water. They can also start to move out to the basin and become suspended. So let's first talk about those shallow water fish. And here I'm talking about places like, Vincent, Comfort Point, Sugar Point, Ganos, places where you got a reef out in the lake and you can either troll on top of it or the sides. You can even get as shallow as places like Dead Horse or University where you just got big shallow flats. In these cases, you're going to want to use fairly shallow running baits. So the first one I want to show you is the standard, the flicker shad. Flicker shad has got a great rolling action to it. It's got some beads in it, so even if the water's a little dingy, they're going to hear that down there. The other really good bait to look at is a flicker minnow. And here I would look at either the 5s or the 7s. What's interesting is they dive about the same depth. Just look at their precision trolling data to get exact depths that they dive. But these are both going to be very good baits for running down on those reefs. And then the last one that a lot of people don't think about, especially when you get up in that real shallow stuff, is running the shallow flicker shad, because again, it's got the identical action to the 7 flicker shad. We all know how good that catches fish, but now because it's got a shallow bill, you can get a little bit of line out behind the boat so that you aren't spooking them with the boat. So that's shallow water. Now, as they move out to the edges of the reefs or they start to get out into that, into the mud basin and things, you're going to look at going a little bit bigger and a little more aggressive. For that, what I would look at is maybe going to the jointed flicker shad. You're going to notice that a lot of the baits I've pulled up here are purples. That's a really good color out there, as is things like, like the green crush here. Just a, green, orange belly, dark top on it. Those are probably my 2 hottest lures out there in general, but a really good color also that a lot of people don't think about using is this black slick here. It's basically not real good looking to us humans, but the fish just love it, and I think it has a lot to do with those 2 orange dots down on the bottom. This, by the way, is a 9 flicker minnow. This is probably the best lure you can run when you get out offshore as far as crankbaits, because you can run this suspended. Again, precision trolling will tell you what depth, how much line to let out to get certain depths. But this has won lots of tournaments, caught a lot of fish on Green Bay, and I will give you more information on it as we do our June update. So when you're fishing May and Green Bay, cranks are a great option. Just remember, sometimes they're up shallow, sometimes they're out deep, but in either case, crankbaits can catch them.